what's up, my friends? I make predictions about world events. Might see unfold in the news around the world. Really have India on my radar. We could really say significant women's rights movement occurring in India some point in 2025. I've been pressing into this one quite a few months now. I have videos on this going back all the way to early 2025. But we could see two different women at the heart or the target of two different very traumatic injustices that sparks massive marches and protests and renewed calls for women's rights in India yet again. Gonna be stretching my intuition a bit here, but I'm really trying to get on target in many details and variables as possible for this one, because I really believe the high clarity this one is heaven sent, if you will. First is picking up Chandra, named Chandra. I believe she could be the younger of the two, so a teenager or student. Search my intuition for the names here, but it could be Chandra Kumar, Chandra Matani, maybe even Chandra Ramakrishnan. Trying to get both first name, last name is a bit tricky. Chandra, she could be, it kind of correlate her to the Calcutta area of India. Calcutta, also West Bengal. Had Darjeeling on my radar for a while. India is a massive country. It's tough to hone in specific geographical location, that large of a landmass. Chandra. Also thought I was picking up Anika. Again, it's kind of a mixing and matching first name, last name. Could be Anika Kumar, Anika Matani, Anika Ramakrishnan. Got a combination of those. I'll get a download of first name, last name, and kind of a bit of investigative work to connect those, downloads and synchronicities. But Anika, in general, I think she's going to be the older of the two, possibly a teacher herself, possibly. Kind of correlate her to the New Delhi region. Could be a teacher in New Delhi. Again, the target of a traumatic injustice, misogynistic injustice targeting specifically women. In this case, possibly Anika. Now, there's a lot of variables to this one with two different kind of individuals I'm honing in on in a very large, geographical area of India, large country. So it could be Chandra from New Delhi, it could be Anika in Calcutta. I'm quite sure Chandra's connected to Calcutta, but again, those first and last names: Anika Kumar, Chandra Kumar, Anika Matani, Chandra Matani. Also had Devi Ramakrishnan, Pooja as well, another name. So a different list of names there with varying clarity. But the Chandra and Anika were kind of the first that stood out to me. I believe have the highest clarity. As for the injustice, that could be, could be another teacher or someone in the school. If one of them is indeed a teacher from Delhi, one of those areas. Stretching my intuition here. Could possibly even be police injustice as well. I'm not sure how high the clarity is for that one. Again, just kind of as many details as possible. But I saw, so there's a very technical side of the downloads, the synchronicities, translation download of the message. And then I was picking up, most recently, it was maybe more spiritual in nature. But it was like, it was almost like a heavenly scene. I saw, like their father, and I don't know if they're sisters. I don't think they are, but it's almost maybe in a spiritual sense. They're connected as almost like spiritual sisters, two different women. And I saw one of a father, he looked like an Indian man, and he was like kneeling down, and I saw these two women, but this time they were little girls. I could tell it was kind of a heavenly scene. It was almost like their time on this earth had maybe come to an end, or at least maybe one of them, after one of these, injustices, targeting them. And I saw these two girls as running to their dad, and their dad was on his knee, and his arms were wide out, and he was so excited, like he had been waiting. Take this for what you will, possibly waiting in heaven for his daughter or daughters. And these two girls, they were just so excited. They're running towards their dad or their arms, and just giggling and laughing. How little kids do when they just run full force into their parents, their dad's arms. Their dad just put his arms around them. And there was just so much love and so much peace between them. It's just like the last thing I picked up on was just the laughter. You know, there's that pure note in children's laughter. It's kind of that. I don't know. It was just this serene, tranquil sense. Even though, on the physical plane, it's gonna be traumatic. It's a very traumatic injustice that could occur. But on the other side, there's this heavenly scene. It was just so just serenity. It was peaceful. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm a conduit for the information, the downloads, and there's a very technical side, and then there's just a very spiritual side too, and sometimes you're a conduit for the emotions too. And the reason I'm trying to get so pinpoint accurate with this is that the more accuracy it is, the more weight it carries. In the heart, I think the spiritual message, the kind of heaven-sent message, if you will, is the heart of this is the spiritual fight for women's rights in India. It's kind of the heart of this battle of light and dark that's going on in India's soul. I'm just targeting these women. It's just, there's a viciousness. There's a... you almost have to feel it to experience it, to know it, but it's... It's easy from a psychological sense to perceive it as, just discrimination, or, men and women are different, or... but it's beyond that. It's beyond it. There's just a sinister attitude in culture that's really wants to destroy women. I've picked up on it as much as I've picked up on these messages. It's just vicious. It's vicious. And that's kind of what the spiritual battle the women of India are up against, including these two young women. As always, my friends, thank you for listening. Please be praying for the women of India and the women the world over, fighting for basic human dignity in human rights, including these two young women. As always, thank my friends for listening. Be safe. It is worth noting, because this is a prediction, if you will. I'm filming this August 21st, 2025. I have videos of this going back, early 2025. I'll put the links down in the comments or description. You can kind of see I get increasing, accuracy with each one. I leave those up. I leave each one up for that purpose, so you guys can kind of see. It's like this fuzzy spiritual quantum picture that just dials in and gets clearer and clearer, and leave this picture, all the puzzle pieces are in place. I think this picture is almost complete. So if I get any more updates, I'm sure an update video I'll have for now. So as always, thank my friends for listening. Be safe. Please be praying against hate, my friends. And I'll see you in the next video.